Today, we're gathered to talk about the death of an organization that you've probably never heard of. Welcome to the Iron Palace Podcast.
We're in this world, and
We are in this world.
how long?
Like Earth?
No. I mean the strength sport kind of world, and I'd never heard of it until a couple years ago.
Exactly. So if you're wondering what the USAWA is, it is the United States all-around weightlifting. And yes, those are not made-up words.
USAWA.
USAWA. You've probably seen it somewhere and probably called it USAWA, because I know a lot of people called it that at Home Gym Con.
Yeah.
So now the question definitely is probably on your mind of, well, why is it dying? First, a little background on USAWA. It is a branch off of IWA, which is the International All-Around Weightlifting Organization. Association. Yeah, that's what the A stands for.
Yeah.
They boast a 200-plus lift catalog with world records in all of those.
Yeah.
That is also split up into weight classes, age groups, and let's not to mention the pesky little age factor scoring. And that is the part where I think the USAWA is going to fall on.
Yeah.
That is essentially the sword they will fall on.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, if you go to a competition, which none of you probably have been to because nobody goes to them other than the people that are competing and their spouses.
It's usually you compete in it because you're probably the one putting it on, and then your friends, and then your friends' kids or grandkids.
Yeah. But if you go, you'll notice that it's mostly older people.
Yep.
Seasoned lifters.
Yep.
And part of it, I guess, is because if you get that age factor in there, you can lift a third, or maybe less than a third of what somebody else lifts and still win.
Yep. The three reasons that I think we can nail down as to why the USAWA is going to die is, one, too much lift variety.
Yes. I mean,
200 plus lifts, and those lifts include things such as finger lifts for each of your fingers. Those are separate
for both
lifts
hands.
For both hands. So that already is 10 lifts.
Yeah.
Then you've got the double-armed and single-armed versions of a lot of lifts.
Yeah.
So like you have a Zercher squat, then you have a single-armed Zercher squat, left and right.
Yeah. And I mean, those aren't even the weird ones.
No, those are a little more standard.
Weird, like I don't remember what it's called, but there's a power clean while you're balancing a 2.5 pound plate on your head.
Ziegler, I think.
The Ziegler clean. Then there's the Lannel lift, where you have to curl or bring a bar from the floor up, press overhead, rest it behind the neck on the shoulders, roll it down your back, catch it, and then bring it back the way it came.
Yeah.
To return it to the floor. That's a legitimate lift.
Yeah. There's a bunch of weird, like, sit-up type lifts.
Bunch of them.
I mean, it's just, they're lifts that nobody's going to train for unless they're wanting to just go in there and get one of the world records.
Yes.
And, I mean, they're not that hard to get.
You've got weight classes split up into every 5 kilograms.
Yeah.
You've got age groups that are 17 and under, and then 18 to 40, and then 40 to 50.
Oh, it's every 5 years after the 40.
Oh, so even worse.
Yeah.
It's 40 to 44, 45 to 49.
Which will then bring us to the second point, and that is the age factor.
Yeah.
It is very, very common that at any given USAWA meet, the person to win the overall will be the oldest person there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
typically.
Now, there's definitely times, but it's just the amount of weight you have to lift to overcome the age factor is pretty substantial.
Yeah.
Like, whenever it came to the Hack and Denny Classic, for my example, and we'll talk about yours too, is I lifted the 800-pound Denny lift, and then I did the Hackenschmidt floor press for
40.
Was it 340?
Yep.
So that me and one other guy, he weighed about 50 to 60 pounds lighter than me, maybe more. Either way, so we tied on the bench press, but then I pulled over 300 pounds more than him on the Denny deadlift. And then he beat me, even though I had the highest total for the day.
Yeah.
He beat me. And then whenever we checked to see how much he beat me by, I would have had to lift another 70 or more pounds in any lift just to barely beat him.
Yeah. When your total was already 300 pounds heavier.
Yes. And that's just because he had an age factor, and not even that much of an age factor.
Yeah.
Because I was 31 or 30 at the time. He was 43.
Yeah.
42.
So he got the lowest age factor.
Yeah. And then just like your meet with Chip, which is wild.
Yeah. I don't remember all the numbers, but I remember that his total was less than my opening deadlift attempt, which was successful, but I mean, it was less than one of my lifts. Mm-hmm. And of course he beat me.
To give him a little bit of credit to the USAWAs, I do like that there is a place
for older people to lift.
Right.
Yeah.
But just in my opinion, though, as a younger lifter, or if you're trying to attract younger lifters to your organization, the way to do it is not to make them lose.
Yeah. I did 3 events in a row where I had the highest total and didn't place more than second.
Yep.
Yeah, I had the second highest total at home gym con and placed 6th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's you and Jared. Jared had the highest, and he got 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's kind of it kind of doesn't entice younger lifters.
No.
I mean, like if you're young and strong, you're kind of wasting your time in the USAWA.
Yep. It's like, I understand a weight factor
unless you're just wanting records.
Right.
Like if you're trying to win events, then it's pointless to do it.
Yep.
Because some light old guy's going to beat you.
The world records are legitimate, but it's just the context of which the world record is completed.
Yeah.
It's a world record in the USAWA, or in that case, the IAWA.
Yeah.
So that'll move us to our third and final reasons to why I believe the USAWA will die, and that is lack of the ability to push the envelope on a bigger scale.
Yeah. It seems like USAWA competitions are garage meets. You know, they're like home gyms, garage gym meet level, and that seems to be where they want to
stay.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is fine. I mean, I guess, but it's just, I feel like you can't really push the come set world records and push the envelope whenever you're only competing against the same 50 people.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah. And it's at so-and-so's garage or so-and-so's storage unit or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And that's just that's my general opinion. That's not even getting down to like real specific on what I mean. But like that's just getting down to the bare minimum of no social media presence. No, which, I mean, we barely have one, but still.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah, we're trying. But there's no social media presence. There's no real push to attract better lifters or younger lifters. There's no appeal to it. You have lifts that have the potential to be really big main events, but then 9 times out of 10, you pick the not good ones. Like, I was asked to think about going to Worlds 2 years ago.
Yeah.
1 or 2 years ago, however long ago, either way. And I was really thinking about it. I thought it'd be cool. I think it was hosted in Ireland. So like, yeah, I'll look at going to that.
Yeah, Ireland's cool.
2 of the lifts, one of them was a single arm Zercher. And I think the other one, I forget what the other one was, but it was somewhere along the same lines. And I was like, why wouldn't you just do a Zercher?
Yeah.
Like, I like the Zercher. I think it's a cool lift. It looks cool.
Yeah. And, you know, and the Zercher has a lot of carryover to other stuff too. Like
yes.
If you're training for stones or whatever, it's just a good, it's just a solid lift.
Agreed.
But single arm Zercher?
I don't know exactly what, which is kind of like my bonus point as to why I think they're going to fail. And it's when we've talked about off air a lot is the the lifts that are selected for events that are on a bigger scale are not events that are necessarily appealing to a crowd.
Right, yeah.
And what I mean by that is they're very much so tailored to the lifters, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad thing on a small scale.
Right.
But if you try to put it under a microscope in front of everyone, whenever you're in let's use this example, a random convention center that's also hosting a powerlifting, Olympic lifting, and a strongman competition, all literally across from where yours is happening, and they're doing a full range of motion bench press and a full range of motion deadlift, and then you're doing a Hackenschmidt floor press, which is a floor press off blocks, and a people's deadlift, which is an 18-inch deadlift.
Yeah.
To lifters or people who are in the know, we know those are from sticking points and can be a lot harder depending on your anatomy.
Yeah, but visually way less impressive.
Yes. That's like going to a Highland game expecting a 30-foot sheaf, but instead they lowered it to 15 feet and gave you a 60-pound hay sack.
Yeah.
Said it does not look as impressive, although it's much harder.
Yeah. You're going to lose the crowd there.
Yeah.
I mean, because sheaf is a big crowd pleaser because you're throwing it so high.
Yep. Or if you don't know what sheaf is or Highland games, if you compete in strongman, say the same thing about a keg over bar or a sandbag for height. If you make the bag really heavy and bring the height down, it's not as exciting as seeing a heavy-ish object fly really high in the air versus a really heavy object fly kind of in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to, and you, especially like they're at a convention, there's strongman going on, they're deadlifting cars or they're doing whatever. And these people are laying on the floor doing a floor press.
Yep.
It's and then you got the Olympic lifting over here and somebody's got 400 pounds over their head. You're just not going to, the crowd's not going to migrate to you at all.
Yep. And then also to the Hackenschmidt floor press specifically, at a convention, it is a great lift. I'm by no means downing the lift itself.
I like it. I have a record in it.
Yeah, I don't even like bench press. I do not like. For me, I hate that lift.
Yeah.
But as a person who's put on events, I still do not like that lift because one, it does not look as impressive as a bench press.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. There's nothing. I mean, you can put cool wagon wheels, you can put cool anything on it, and it'll look still visually appealing to some degree, but nothing. There's two things to it that I hate the most as a viewer is one, you've got to be real up close to see what's happening.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, these events are not held on a stage of any kind. They're on a floor.
Yeah.
So everyone is going to be floor level.
Yeah. And
you're not seeing that lifter.
Yeah. Because the lifter's laying down.
You're going to see a crowd of people watching the lifter.
Yeah.
And then from the athlete perspective of the Hackenschmidt, why I don't like it other than just its bench press is nothing kills my hype more than getting hyped up, getting my back slapped, hitting smelling salts, and then having to lay down and slide under a bar. It just kind of kills my momentum a little bit.
Back crawl into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you go for a big deadlift, and you're like, back slap, smelling salts, yell, go over, lock into the bar, up it goes. In this case, it's, all right. Back slap, yell, lay down, wiggle, wiggle, roll the bar a little bit.
Yeah.
Then get locked in. And by now, you're just like, why am I even here anymore? Like this has been an eternity. We are here today to bury the USAWA. Though honestly, it died years ago. We're just now getting around to admitting it, like finally unplugging grandma after she's been on life support since Reagan was president. The USAWA was never a sport. It was a cosplay convention for people too weak for strongman, too sloppy for powerlifting, and too irrelevant for Olympic lifting. It proudly said, we do 200 lifts. Yeah, because you couldn't do 3 correctly. Its meets were a joke. Half the lifters were over 60, and the other half were their confused grandkids forced to spot them. Meets looked less like competitions and more like auditions for an AARP commercial. The warm-up doubled as a bingo hall, and the loudest cheer was when someone found their misplaced dentures. And let's talk about those world records. The USAWA gave out world records like Costco gives out free samples. You didn't earn one, you just showed up. Hell, I bet if someone walked in off the street and sneezed on a kettlebell, they'd get 3 plaques and a handshake. No wonder the record book looks like a phone book that no one asked for. The athletes, God bless them. They had heart. But heart doesn't count for much when you're trying to convince the world that lifting a barbell off the floor with your forehead is a serious sport. Most of these people weren't training. They were just trying new ways to throw out their back. The USAWA lived a long and complicated life. Some say it was born when a group of strong people decided that the bench, squat, and deadlift were just too mainstream. Why lift 3 ways when you can lift everything that isn't nailed down? Thus, the USAWA invented rules for 200-plus lifts ranging from the neck lift to the zercher to the legendary lift it however you can as long as someone writes it down. The truth is, the USAWA didn't just fail, it never mattered. No one outside the bubble gave a damn. Mention USAWA to a powerlifter and they'll laugh. Say it to a weightlifter and they'll squint and ask, "Is that a CrossFit gym?" Tell a strongman and they'll reply, "Cool, now shut up while I lift this car." So let's be honest. This isn't a funeral, it's a mercy killing. We're not mourning the USAWA. We're celebrating the fact that we never have to hear someone brag about their world record in the reverse Steinboard seated neck curl Masters Division 172-pound class ever again. Rest in pieces, USAWA. You were a parody of yourself from day one, and now you're gone. Chalked up, white-lighted, and finally irrelevant forever.